Let's cut through the noise, because honestly, it's not your strategy that's failing you. It's you failing your strategy over and over again. You overtrade when you promised you wouldn't. You freeze on clean setups like you've never seen a chart before. You widen your stops like maybe, just maybe, hope will save the trade. And yeah, you already know the revenge trade's coming right after. You know what to do. You've read the books, watched all the videos, set the rules, but when it's game time, you don't follow through. So the real question is, why? Why does this keep happening? Meet Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, the guy who cracked open the human mind over 100 years ago. Freud uncovered the brutal truth that we don't just remember pain, we relive it over and over, like some haunted rerun. He called it repetition compulsion, a hidden script buried deep in our psyche, silently forcing us to replay our oldest wounds, dressing them up as fresh mistakes. And in trading, it looks like this. You take that reckless trade. Again. You mutter never again. Again. And a few days later, you're watching your account bleed out. Again. But here's what most of us don't know. This isn't about discipline. This is your past, hijacking your present. The market. It's not just numbers and charts. It's a damn psychological mirror, reflecting every fear, every unchecked ego trip, every scar we have refused to heal. That split-second hesitation could be the ghost of childhood punishment for being wrong. That revenge trade might just be your subconscious rewriting an old loss, hoping this time you win. And the self-sabotage. Maybe it's not bad luck. Maybe it's a deep-rooted belief that you don't deserve to win at all. Most traders obsess over tweaking strategies, chasing better entries, hunting holy grails. But the truth, the biggest threat to your P&L isn't out there. It's within you. In this video, we're diving straight into the real reason you keep making the same painful trading mistakes, again and again. And this time, we're not just pointing fingers. We're cracking open the wiring inside your brain and showing you how to rewrite the damn code. So if you're done reacting, done spiraling, done letting the market play you, and you're ready to finally start dominating the market, here's how to build the rock-solid, strong trading psychology that actually takes you and your trading to the next level. 1. The Self-Sabotage Trap. You know a trader. Maybe it's someone you follow, or maybe, deep down, it's you. You've done everything by the book, studied the charts, memorized the patterns, racked up the screen time, stayed up late chasing edge after edge. And yet, you still panic sell winners, still revenge trade after losses, still freeze up when that perfect setup appears right in front of you. Why? Because underneath all the strategy and skill, you're not just trading the market. You're trading an old story, a memory you can't shake, a script written years before you ever placed your first trade. This is repetition compulsion. The mind's silent, stubborn loop of replaying old wounds, hoping this time, finally, the ending will be different. But here's the twist. The mind doesn't ask your permission. It doesn't announce itself. It just runs, quietly, in the background, like psychological malware. And trading. It's the perfect arena for this hidden drama to play out. Take this trader. Every time his position goes green, he feels tense. He exits too early, no signal, no reason, just that creeping discomfort. Why? Because growing up, success came with a price. Jealousy, judgment, punishment for showing off. So now, profit equals guilt. And guilt? It demands punishment. This particular trader isn't scared of losing. He's terrified of being right. Another trader. She over-leverages, not out of greed, but because she grew up in chaos, where the stakes were always high, and risk felt like home. And right there is the trap for her. These aren't mistakes. They're trauma flashbacks. FOMO might not be fear of missing out per se. It could be fear of not being enough. Revenge trades. Not just anger, but maybe a desperate grasp for control in a world that once made you powerless. And here's the truth no one tells you. Until these patterns are seen, named, and reprogrammed, no strategy, no system, no mentor will ever truly save you. Because when you're caught in the loop, every chart becomes a stage. And your past, it's the one still holding the script. Which brings us to the mirror. 2. The market is a mirror. Trading doesn't just reveal your edge, it reveals who you are. Every candle, every swing, every setup. It's not just data on a screen, it's a reflection, a projection of who you are when the stakes are real and the pressure is on. And the market, it's not just a place, it's a ruthless mirror, the most brutal one you'll ever face, because it doesn't lie, it doesn't flatter, and it damn sure doesn't care. It doesn't care how many books you've read, how many strategies you've memorized, or how sharp your technicals are. It only cares how well you know yourself. Let's take a real-world example. A trader raised in a household where money was always tight becomes obsessed with not missing out. Every small move feels like the move. Every candle feels urgent. And the result? FOMO entries, overtrading, constant scanning. It's not because the setup was right. It's because scarcity was screaming. Or consider this. A trader who freezes on high-conviction setups. Not because he doubts the chart, but because he's terrified of being wrong. That fear isn't about the trade, it's about self-worth. In his past, failure was punished, it was ridiculed. Now, every trade feels like a test of identity, and pulling the trigger feels like stepping into a courtroom. These moments aren't random, they're reflexes wired by emotions. One trader chases, another hesitates, and a third over-leverages to make it back. And all of them think it's about the market. But it's not. It's about the stories they're carrying. Stories that say, I'll be left behind if I don't act now. If I lose, I'll be worthless. I have to win to feel in control. But here is the wake-up call. If you don't control your mind, the market will, and it'll use your fears as weapons against you. Until you confront the mirror, you'll keep trying to fix your trading with more strategy, when what you really need is psychological clarity. The market will always reflect what's inside you, but the question is, do you like what you see? If you don't, this is what you need to do. 3. Rewiring your brain for a strong trading psychology. You knew the breakout was weak, the volume wasn't there, the setup was shaky, but you took the trade anyway. Later, flipping through your journal, there it is scribbled in your own handwriting, plain as day. I need this win. Rent is due. That wasn't trading. That was fear. That was desperation. Dressed up as technical analysis. And you already know that the best setup in the world won't save you if your mind is wired to hit the panic button the moment things get real. So what's the solution? The only way forward is not to tweak or patch, but rebuild. You rebuild from the inside out, from the ground up, with no shortcuts, no delusions, and no more lying to yourself. And if you're desperate for change, if you're finally ready to stop guessing and start growing, then come with me. Let me show you how. Step 1. Uncover your hidden triggers. Every reckless trade has a backstory, an emotion, a belief, a fear, and your mission is to dig it up. Forget basic trade journals. You have to go deeper to figure this out. After every trade, ask yourself, what was I feeling right before I entered? What was I afraid would happen if I didn't take this trade? Was I following my plan or trying to prove something? Spot the emotion before it becomes action. Name it. And trust me, you are on the journey to disarm it. Step 2. Freeze, reframe, and break the cycle. The urge will always be there to deviate from your trading plan. But when it does, freeze. Your brain is replaying an old script, the same fear, the same mistakes, the same losses. But here's how to break it. Pause for some seconds. Personally, I do a minute. No clicking, no adjusting. Just breathe. Use that opportunity to name the emotion. Is it fear? Is it greed? Or maybe desperation? Ask, what would a disciplined trader do right now? Decide, is this trade logic or emotional compensation? It's in those moments of stillness, repeatedly challenging yourself with the right questions, that destructive patterns fade and true psychological transformation takes root. Step 3. System over emotions. When emotions roar, your rules must roar louder. You need to build a system so rigid, there's no room for impulse. Strict entry criteria. Preset stop losses and targets. Limited trades per day. A mandatory checklist before every execution. Your rules aren't restrictions, they are your armor. They protect you from the brain that panics, chases, and self-destructs. Remember, feelings cost money, but discipline makes it. Profit isn't the real win here, predictability is. The best traders aren't lucky, they're engineered. They don't flinch, they don't chase, and they don't crack. And if you must know, that kind of trader, they aren't born, they're built brick by brick, trade by trade. One trade, one rule, one broken loop at a time. If you've made it this far without rage clicking the pause button or revenge watching another strategy video, congrats. You're already flexing stronger trading psychology muscle than most. But let's be real, the next time your finger is twitching over a FOMO entry, pause for a second, breathe, and remember, it's not the setup that's messing with you. It's probably Susan from high school, the one who laughed when you got the math problem wrong. Yeah, tell her to relax, sit down, and let the grown-up you take it from here. Your brain might still feel like a battlefield some days, but now you've got the map, the tools, and the self-awareness to stop fighting old wars and start building something better. If you want daily reminders that your mindset matters way more than any setup ever will, come hang out in our Telegram channel, where we drop way more value there every single day. Click the link in the description and join us now. And remember that a huge part of building a strong psychology for trading is to become a disciplined trader. And I can show you step by step how to do that in this recommended video. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and most importantly, comment below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, may the trend be with you.